Howdy. I'm the old ranger, and Death Valley's my stamping ground. Many's the tale of adventure I'm going to tell you about the Death Valley country. True stories, mind you. I can vouch for that. When you're telling stories from real life like I am, it's often hard to know just where they begin. In this particular story, it might seem as if the beginning was the end. I'm certain Tiger Lil thought so, that night in November 1871. Tiger Lil, the Queen of Virginia City, toast of that famous mining camp.
Frank!
Well, I didn't expect you to meet me out here.
Oh, the dressing room was hot and there were too many girls around. What's the matter, Frank? Are you in trouble?
Trouble? No, I'm not in trouble.
Oh, thank goodness. Your note gave me an awful scare.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just wanted to see you for a moment to say goodbye.
Goodbye?
Yes. I've been called back east unexpectedly. I'm leaving on the night stage in a few minutes.
Well, you're not going for good, Frank.
Possibly not for good, but it does look like it'll be a long time.
Well, I kind of thought you were planning to stay out here. Maybe get married and settle down.
No, I'm afraid not. Man has to find a girl first.
And you haven't.
Well, not one who'd be right.
You mean a lady?
Let's just say a girl who's used to the same things I am. I know it sounds stuffy, Lil, but I'm sure you understand.
Sure, Frank. Sure, I understand. A smart young mining engineer like you from the East. Fine family. Fancy friends. Well, you should be careful to pick a wife who'll be a credit to you. Well, I wish you luck, Frank.
Thanks, Lil. I wish you luck.
Me? I don't need any luck. Why, what more could I want than being the Queen of Virginia City, with every man at my feet? You better go now, Frank.
Yes.
You'll miss your stage.
Goodbye, Lil.
Goodbye.
Hey, Tiger, what are you doing out here? The boys are yelling for you.
Let him.
It's a new fellow in there with his pockets just busted. What'd you say?
He's gone, Tony. Worked out on me.
Frank Johnson?
Said I wasn't good enough for him. Well, I'll show him. I'll show him I'm as good as he is. I'll show him I can be a lady.
Sure you can, honey. Sure you can. Now you go inside and fix yourself up. That crowd's waiting to hear you sing.
I'm through. You hear me, Tony? I'm through. I'm through singing. Through dancing. I'll never go this loon again. You hear me? I'll never go this loon again.
And from that night on, Tiger Lil disappeared. As the years passed, her name became a legend, not only in Virginia City, but in other mining camps of the West, like the town of Bodie, high up in the Sierras. Every girl who worked there dreamed secretly of being another Tiger Lil. But the most you could say for them was that some of them dressed as well as Lil used to.
And then he put his arms around me and kissed me.
And what did you do?
What could I do with my hands full of money?
Hank.
Bad news about Bessie.
Yes, Doc says she's got the pneumonia.
She would get sick. And with that big shindig coming up tomorrow night.
Ain't you got a heart, Hank?
Sure. Pure gold.
Beats in time with the cash box.
Where are you girls going?
Miss Millets?
The dressmaker.
What, again?
What do you keep buying liquor for?
My stock in trade.
Clothes is ours.
Good morning, Miss Millet. Nice day, ain't it?
Fine.
Well, Miss Millet.
Oh, how do you do, Mr. Colbert?
You shouldn't be carrying such a load.
Oh, they don't weigh anything.
Here, let me take them for
They're
you.
really just some dress goods and ribbons and lace.
Vanities.
Necessities for a dressmaker.
Sure, but I'm glad to see you don't go in for such fripperies yourself, ma'am. The way some of the females in this town trick themselves out is enough to make a man blush for shame.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I'll take him inside for you.
Very well. Thank you.
You're welcome. You know, this is the first time I've ever seen your shop except through the window.
I'm getting some heavier curtains. Brocade.
Uh-huh. Mighty nice place you've got here.
It serves.
You do a right smart amount of business, don't you? Dressing those dance hall girls.
I manage to keep busy.
It's a mystery to me, though, how a little lady as plain and sweet as you can make the kind of clothes that almost tempt the devil himself.
Very simple. I just pretend I'm the devil and work from there.
Oh, so you cook, too.
Do help yourself, Mr. Colbert.
Good. Yes, sir? You know, Miss Millet, the first time I ever laid eyes on you, I said to myself, Ira? Ira, I said, there's a real woman for you. Make a fine wife. Not one of these fancy females, these
Daughters of Babylon?
Yes, exactly what I was going to say. Daughters of Babylon.
Hi, Miss
Pansy. Hi, May. Hello, dear.
My stars and garters. Look who's mooching a free meal off of Miss Millet.
Did you know, Miss Millet, that this guy's pants haven't got any pockets in them?
That's not true.
Certainly it ain't. He's got pockets, only they're sewed up.
Let's see.
No, girls.
Oh.
I'll be back, Miss Millet. When a respectable man can have a respectable talk with a respectable woman.
Leave the door open and clear the air.
If I was you, Miss Millet, I'd toss that guy right out on his ear. Come on, let's saw him singing mealy-mouth hypocrite.
Come on now, Pansy. We'll try your dress on first, and we'll get to yours next, Sue.
Will it be done by tomorrow night? I mean, for the big doings.
Oh, don't worry, Pansy. I'll finish it. Plenty of time. There we are. There we are.
Oh, that's pretty. You do swell work, Miss Millet.
Oh, it is pretty.
Whose dress is that? Ain't it beautiful?
Oh, that's Bessie Hart's dress.
But she's sick, you know.
I know. It's such a pity. She was counting on wearing it so much.
Well, look who's coming into town.
Oh, who is he? Wonder where he comes from.
Wonder how long he's going to stay.
Miss Millet, you should have seen him. Handsome. Oh, la la.
Like a knight on a charger.
Sue, dear, if you put your dress on now.
Ain't you interested, Miss Millet? In men.
Oh.
Not at all.
Well, of course I am.
Well, you certainly don't act like it.
Ain't you never had a beau?
Oh, yes, Pansy. Dozens of them.
Gee.
What kind of a life without men?
A very peaceful one.
Hey, Johnson!
Jim Bryan. How are you, Jim?
Thought you were coming in on the stage. I rode into town to meet you.
Well, I had a few stops I wanted to make along the way.
You look like you could do with
A bath?
That, too. But you better wash the dust out of your throat first.
Well, now, that's a good idea.
Well, there's mud in your eye.
Howdy, Mr. Bryan.
Hello, Hank. Meet Frank Johnson.
How do you do?
How's that?
Mr. Johnson's a consulting engineer from the East.
First trip west?
No, Hank, I've been out here before.
Set him up again for the gentleman, Ed. That'll match, Mr.
That's
Johnson.
mutual.
Jim. Who's your friend?
Mr. Frank Johnson, Pansy Tate, Sue,
Just Sue.
and May.
How do you do?
Hello.
Hello.
You're wasting your time, girls. Frank's a woman hater.
Nothing of the kind, Jim. He does me a grave injustice.
Ready to go over to the hotel and get settled?
Yes, I'd like that very much. Ladies?
He's out of our class. Yeah, he's a gentleman.
Well, let's us be ladies.
Oh,
Good evening.
Mr. Coburn.
I hoped I'd find you alone. I brought you this.
Thank you.
Sweets to the sweet. It's the best candy you can buy. Came in on the stage this afternoon from San Francisco. Well, you see, they have coconuts and caramels and everything.
Oh, won't you have one?
Well, since you press me. Miss Millett, I ain't one to beat about the bush. And there's no telling when them Jezebels may be popping in here again, interrupting us.
Who?
Them customers of yours. Why, they're Satan's own brood, Miss Millett. And there's nothing they'd like better than to lead you down the same primrose path.
Oh, I don't think you need to worry about that, Mr. Coburn.
You should have someone to protect you. It ain't right or natural for you to live alone like you do. You need a husband.
A husband?
Now, don't get me wrong. I ain't aiming to rush you. Take your time and think it over. Marriage is a solemn business, not something to be gone into without due consideration. I'll drop around tomorrow for your answer. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Men who work hard, play hard. And in the mining camp, holidays were something they really looked forward to. Even Miss Millett found herself walking faster as she went about her business. Just a mite too fast.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Johnson.
Good morning.
Going to the dance tonight?
Well, possibly, if I can make it.
I'll be looking for you. Special.
Thank you.
That's mighty pretty perfume you're wearing, Miss Pansy. A fella can smell you coming a mile away if the wind's in the right direction.
I thought you didn't go for dance hall girls.
Oh, I have my weak moments.
Well, don't count me as one of them.
Hello. Hello, Pansy.
Is my dress ready yet?
Yes, I'm just getting the bastings out now.
Good. Folks is already arriving in town. Hitchin' Rails is filling up. Boy, wait till Handsome gets a load of me on this.
Who?
Fellow who hit town yesterday. Remember? He rode by here. Answer to a girl's prayer. If I don't knock his eyes out in this outfit, I'm going to start taking in washing.
How do you know he's going to be at the party?
Why, everybody's coming. Not everybody in Bodie.
You mean almost everybody.
Why don't you go, Miss Millett, for once? I mean it. Do you good to step out and have a good time. How about it?
In this costume?
Well, you must have something you can wear.
Oh, Pansy, you know the old story about the shoemakers. Well, it's the same thing about the dressmakers.
Well, you can whip something up.
Not in half a day.
If you started right now, you could...
Pansy, I have too many other things to do.
What?
Well, I've got to take Bessie Hart's dress over to her.
But she's sick.
She sent word that she wanted it anyway.
Is she crazy? With a temperature of 104?
If it means anything to her, I'm going to take it to her.
All right. I'll take it myself. And in the meantime...
Pansy, it's no use. I'm not going to that party tonight. Wild horses couldn't drag me. Well, here I am, Bessie.
Did you bring it?
Oh, yes. Wait till you see it. It's not much in the hand, but when it's on, it's just beautiful.
Hold it up against you so I can see.
There.
Ever since I come to Bodie, I've been saving my money for this dress. I could just see myself in it tonight. Knocking them all dead.
Oh, now, Bessie. There'll be lots of other occasions, dear.
You can't fool me, Miss Miller. Even the doc can't fool me. Next time I do any singing, it'll be with a heart.
No, Bessie.
No, don't put it down. I want to look. Goes nice with your red hair. Miss Millett.
Yes, Bessie.
Don't laugh at me.
Well, of course not.
I know you ain't the dancing kind, but if you'd just wear it for me.
Me?
We're pretty near the same size. I'd like to think it was there, even without me in it. Be something nice to dream about while I leave.
Now, don't you worry, Bessie. Your dress will be there. I promise you.
Looking for somebody, Pansy?
Oh, mind your own business.
Good advice for you to follow, too.
After I graduated from college, the first important job I had was in Virginia City.
How long ago was that, Frank?
6 years. Well, just like everything else, the place had changed.
Say, did you know an old man Mackenzie in Virginia City?
Will Mackenzie? Well, yes, I know him very well.
He's here now, right down the street. Would you like to drop by and say hello?
I certainly would.
Miss Millett? Miss Millett, it's me, Ira. Miss Millett, it's Ira.
Miss Millett! No, it can't be.
Good grief. And to think it was my idea you're coming. Cut my own throat. That's me, the big chump.
Pansy, I didn't come because of you. I came because Bessie asked me to.
Don't make no difference whose idea it was. It's still a good one. Let me buy the first drink, Miss Millie.
Well, all right. Maybe just a little wine.
Fine, fine. Good. Wine for Miss Miller. And to think that all the time you were living right down the street with them looks. And none of us noticed.
Yeah, old Mackenzie's been doing pretty well.
I'm glad to see it. Hasn't changed in 6 years. Jim, I'm a bit tired. I think I'll turn in.
Oh, come on and have one more drink. It's still early.
Well, all right.
Dance with me, Miss Millet?
Oh, please, not to that music.
What's wrong with it?
Nothing's wrong with it. It just brings back memories, that's all. I used to sing to it years ago.
She sings. Did you hear that voice, Miss Millet? Sing. Hold it, George. Will you sing for us, Miss Millet?
Oh,
Forget the memories. Tonight's tonight, and the place is yours.
Beautiful dreamer, wake unto me. Starlight and dewdrops are waiting for thee. Songs of the rude world heard in the day, loud by the moonlight, have all passed away. Beautiful dreamer, queen of my song, list while I woo thee with soft melody. Gone are the cares of life's busy throng. Beautiful dreamer, awake unto me. Beautiful dreamer, awake unto
Lil. Tiger Lil.
Tiger Lil, the Queen of Virginia City.
To start the Golden Slipper, by God.
Lil.
I'm afraid you're mistaken. The name is Millet. Miss Millet.
I heard what that fella said about what you was. And I've come to tell you, don't change my mind none about getting married. I'll marry you tonight if you say the word. You can depend on me, Lil. I'll make a good woman of you.
Why, you crawling hypocrite.
I ain't no more hypocrite than you are.
Touch me, you...
Get out.
I'll have you jailed for this, you and your fancy woman.
Get out.
Thank you. When you leave, I'll be sure and lock the door.
Lil.
Oh, why did you have to come here to Bodie? I've spent 6 years building up a whole new life. You tear it down in 1 minute. Now I'll have to go somewhere and start all over again.
In that case, you'd better hurry up and pack.
I'll go when I please, Frank Johnson.
The stage for San Francisco leaves in an hour.
I'm not going to San Francisco.
Yes, you are, Lil. With me. That's why I came back, hoping to find you. I looked everywhere, but you'd gone. You haven't been out of my mind for 1 minute ever since I was fool enough to leave you. Lil, will you marry me?
No.